Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about zone cleaning. I'm going to be answering your questions about how I am setting up zones here in our new home, and then also your questions about how to set up and customize zones for your house. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I want to welcome you here to Carry Grace. Okay, so like I already mentioned, we are going to be talking about zone cleaning today. So this is now house number 4 for us that I have zone cleaned in. So I have been zone cleaning for years. In most of our homes, I have really customized the zones to make them work for us. So today that's what we're going to be talking about. I want to give you my tips for customizing those zones and setting those zones up for either your new house or setting zones up for your home for the very first time if you've never done any zone cleaning. All right, so my very first tip, and some of you are not going to like this tip, but I feel like it is very important and really the first place that you should start. And that is to download the Flylady app. It's a free app that you can get on your phone, and start zone cleaning exactly the way it is written. You guys, I know some of you are not going to like that, but I promise you it is important. So we're going to kind of talk about why it's important. All right, before we do that though, let's kind of go through the breakdown of the zones. In the Flylady system, there are 5 zones. The first zone is your front porch, your dining room, and your entrance. So for every home, this is going to look a little bit different. Maybe you don't have a porch. Maybe you don't technically have like an area, like a formal like entrance or foyer. Maybe you just kind of walk straight into your living room. That's okay. All of that is going to be in your zone 1. Zone 2 is the kitchen. That's going to include your pantry. Zone 3, this is the zone that I feel like gives everyone trouble, and it's because it feels like there's so many rooms in this zone. So zone 3 is going to be the bathrooms in your home, all of the kid bedrooms, your laundry room, and your office. So this is kind of that catch-all for all of those rooms. Zone 4, that is going to be your master bedroom area zone, and that's going to include your master bedroom, your master bathroom, and your master closet. And then zone 5 is your living room. All right, so I know what you're thinking. You're thinking either 1, I don't have all of those rooms, or number 2, I have all of those rooms plus more rooms. Maybe you're thinking I have an upstairs, I have a downstairs, I have a basement. I have all of these different things, these different rooms that are not included on that list. Where do I put them? All right, so that's what we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But first, I do want to encourage you, when you're first starting out, download the app, go through the zones as they are written, and I would suggest doing this for about 3 months. The reason that I suggest doing this for 3 months is because it is important to give it time. When you first start zone cleaning, the first time you zone clean, whether it's a new house or your house that you've lived in for 15 years and you've never zone cleaned, it is going to take longer the first time than any other time, and it is simply because you're doing something new, or it may be because things are really dirty. So the more frequently you do this, not more frequently, the more you do this, it is going to get easier because you are going to kind of get a feel for it, and things are going to get cleaner as you go. So during those 3 months of zone cleaning, exactly as the Flylady system is written, the next thing I want you to do, this is going to be kind of my number 2, is I want you to take notes. I want you to take all kinds of notes. I want you to take notes about what you like about zone cleaning. I want you to take notes about what is working and what is not working. I want you to take notes about the flow. Is there something about the flow that feels off to you? Is there something that you feel like it would make more sense for you to do something in a different order, or for you to move a room to a different zone? All of those kind of things. I also think another thing that you can do that may be super helpful is, as you are doing tasks, time yourself and write down next to that task how long that task takes you. you're gonna see that as you continue to do this more regularly, that those tasks probably take less time, but then also you may find that may also help you find that you need to move some things around when you customize your zones. Another thing I want to touch on real quick is I just kind of want to remind you guys that zone cleaning is basically your deep cleaning, and you are not supposed to spend hours and hours each week doing this. Zone cleaning is designed to take about an hour a week. Ideally, you're going to do about 15 minutes a day, 4 or 5 days a week, or you may find that with your, routine, your schedule, that it works better for you to just take a chunk of time, take an hour, maybe 1 day a week, and just kind of get as much done as you can in that hour, and then you don't have to think about zone cleaning again until the following week. That's really just a very personal thing. You're gonna have to figure that out for yourself. I find that in different seasons of life, different ways work better for me. Right now in my current season, I find that having an hour to just kind of set aside 1 day a week works best for me, because then I'm not having to think about it every day. I am doing better right now to just kind of think about morning routines, evening routines, kind of all of those daily things, and then just kind of set aside about an hour 1 day a week to do my zone cleaning. Now, I haven't actually started zone cleaning this house yet. We have been unpacking, we have been decluttering, we have been doing all of those things, and I've just kind of been trying to keep up. So that is where I am right now. But I can tell you that when I start zone cleaning in June, I'm going to be doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. I am going to start with the app, and I'm going to go through zones 1 through 5 as they are written, and I am going to take notes. That way I can figure out what I need to change, what I need to, move around. Maybe I want to group different rooms together because I feel like I can do the tasks faster. So I'm gonna be doing this same process. And maybe some of you are thinking, I have rooms in my home that are not on this list. Maybe you have like a den or a media room or a gym or a basement or whatever other kind of room. You've got a couple of options, okay? I would definitely stick that room somewhere when you first start, even if it's not on the list. So you can either put it in a zone where it kind of makes the most sense, or you can just add it to zone 3, which is kind of like the zone that feels like a catch-all. So an example, in our home we have 2 living rooms. We've got a living room and then a den. And that den area, while not listed on the zone cleaning list, I've got 2 options. I can add that den to my living room zone because it's basically another living room, or I can add it to zone 3 as an office because we do actually use that room as an office / sitting room. So just use your best judgment. Make a decision and put it in a zone, just somewhere where it makes sense. And then after you have kind of gone through your list and gone through those zones for about 3 months, move it if you need to move it. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is the actual customizing of the zones. So you have gone through the zones for a couple of months, you have gotten better and more efficient, you have been taking notes, you have figured out what works, what doesn't work, and you have also taken notes and you know about how long each task is going to take you. This is where you're going to sit down and you're going to figure out if things need to be moved around. So let me just kind of give you some examples because I can't tell you exactly how this is going to work best in your house. I can't tell you exactly what's going to work for you. This is where working through the system and taking notes is going to come into play. So an example, in 2 of our homes, I found that it made more sense for me to group bathrooms together, like all of our bathrooms, and then all of our bedrooms together in a separate zone. So zone 3 is typically bathrooms, all the kids' bedrooms, extra bedrooms, laundry room, office, all of those things. And then zone 4 was master bedroom. So that's bedroom, bathroom, and closet. I found that having the bathrooms together, it was easier to work through those like tasks I was able to work through them more quickly, more efficiently by having them together. And then for zone 4, I did bedrooms, and I was able to go through the bedrooms quickly because I was using the same cleaning tools, doing the same thing, and it just made sense. So that is something that you could definitely do. Or maybe you find that maybe you've got upstairs and downstairs and you need to kind of separate your rooms that way. That is another way you can do this. The biggest thing I want you guys to know is that you are not going to get to every room, every task, every single month, and that is okay. So think about your, like maybe your zone 3, if you have it set up the way it's written. Maybe you have 3 kids' bedrooms. Maybe you've got another 3 bathrooms that need to be tackled, plus an office, plus a laundry room. Okay, that's a lot of rooms, and that's okay. It may be that you only get to part of them one month, and then the next month you get to the rest of them. That's okay. We are not going to focus on being perfect. We are not going to focus on doing everything exactly the way it is written every single time. We are going to work through the system. We're going to do what we can for that hour, and then the next month we're going to pick up where we left off. And the more that you do this, the faster you're going to get, the more efficient you're going to get, and you will eventually get to those rooms, and that is okay. I hope this video has been helpful. If you guys have any questions at all, I am always happy to answer questions. Let me know down in the description box. There have been a few of you that have reached out to me individually, and I've kind of helped you figure out how to set up your zones. I'm always happy to do that. Just know that because I haven't been in your home and don't know the exact flow and layout of your home, I may not get it perfect, and that's okay. I still recommend start with the zone cleaning list as it's written and work through that for several months, and then just kind of figure out from there what's working and not working. I feel like that is really and truly the best way. I know it's so easy to think, well, I'm just going to separate it this way, I'm going to do this, and then I'm just going to start working through it and it's going to be perfect. You guys, things are not going to be perfect. We are not perfect. Our homes are not perfect. Our schedules are not perfect. Let go of the perfection and just kind of start where you are. Make tweaks along the way as you need to, and give yourself some grace. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, if you have questions, let me know down in the description box. I am always here to answer questions and help you guys along the way. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, please consider subscribing down below. Also, I've got lots of videos linked in the description box on zone cleaning. I have zone cleaned 4 homes now. Actually, this is going to be the 4th one. We haven't started this one yet, but it's coming. But I've got 3 houses that I have zone cleaned and have lots of videos, so make sure you check those out. Hopefully those will give you just some inspiration and kind of help you see how the process should work. All right, thanks again, and I will see you guys soon.